Well, I think we can use a whole string.
Your father will be pleased, Senor Cartwright.
I imagine he will, Don Escobar. They're mighty handsome animals.
Ah, see. You know, 100 of their sires left Barcelona for the trip around the Cape. Only 20 survived. Would you care to join me in some refreshment?
No, thank you, sir. I've got to push on into Placerville.
Placerville? Senor, you will never reach there before nightfall.
No, I reckon not, but I got to get home as quick as I can. Let's see, I think you quoted to me a price on those horses at $100 a head, didn't you?
You disappoint me, senor. I was hoping to do some bargaining. You see, the joy of breeding fine horses for sale comes from the pleasant hours discussing the price.
Well, sir, I'd like to oblige you, but I got to get on back home. We've been in Roundup now for about 2 weeks, and if I don't get back there, my brothers are going to have my hide.
I understand, Senor Cartwright. The horses will be delivered in about 10 days. Muchas gracias, and a pleasant journey to you.
Thank you, sir. Give me that picture. I said, give me that picture.
Money first.
Now give me that picture.
You must want that picture pretty bad. What is she, your sweetheart?
Pick that up.
You're forgetting. I've got the gun.
You're gonna pick that up.
Should have bought the pretty flowered kind instead of the black again.
Maybe next year.
Christina, 3 years is too long to mourn.
Maybe next year, Papa.
few miles before we turn off, but you're welcome to ride if you like.
Thank you.
It ain't often we find a young fella way out here riding on Shank's mare. But if you're going to walk, there's nothing like a fine autumn day to do it on. Jump in, jump in. Yeah. This will be as far as we go, mister.
Hi, Pa.
Well, what are you doing back here?
I figured I'd let Adam finish the tally and I'd start riding that east fence. As soon as I get something to eat. Hungry as a bear.
Hey, well, where are copies of the agreements Hoss brought back?
Hoss?
Your brother, Hoss. Didn't he give you all copies of the agreements?
Heck no.
Didn't he join you at the roundup?
No, I haven't seen hide nor hair of him.
Well, he telegraphed over a week ago that he'd closed that deal in Sacramento.
Yeah, well, he was going to stop off at San Jose, wasn't he? See Don Escobar about those geldings?
Yeah, even so. He should have joined you 3 days ago at the latest.
Well, he didn't. He'd be carrying a lot of money with him, wouldn't he, from that Sacramento deal?
Yeah, he certainly would. Saddle my horse, Joe, will you?
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'll just backtrack a little just in case.
Yeah, well, I'll go with you.
If I need your help, young man, I'll see that word gets to you. Saddle up the horse.
How long did you say he'd been unconscious, Mr. Vandervoort?
It is 5 hours we make it now, Doctor.
He will get well, Doctor, yes.
Well, I know one thing. When he wakes up, he's going to be mighty hungry.
You should not joke in a matter like this, Doctor. If you'd seen this boy, the way he fell down on the road before our very eyes.
Now, you needn't worry, Mrs. Vandervoort. His respiration, his heart, his reflexes are excellent. Remarkable, as a matter of fact. But he seems to have been wandering for quite a while. Probably without food or sleep.
Is there anything else we could do for him, Doctor?
Oh, the lacerations at the base of the skull are quite minor. They're starting to heal nicely already. So, given care, he should be himself in a day or so.
I was told I'd find Don Escobar here. Don Escobar?
Buenos dias, senor.
Buenos dias. My name is Ben Cartwright. One of my sons was to have bought some horses from you.
Of course. A very pleasant young man, your son, Senor Cartwright.
Then he was here.
Yes. I promised him I would deliver the geldings in about 10 days. Did he not tell you?
Well, he hasn't reached home yet. Actually, I'm trying to locate him.
I'm sorry to hear that, senor. Especially with all the bandits about.
Well, I guess I'd better get on my way then.
If it will help you, your son left here for Placerville about this time of day, intending to make an overnight camp.
I think I'll do the same thing then. Gracias, senor.
No hay de qué, senor.
Good morning. There.
I guess I must have been pretty weak, falling down like I did and all.
Oh, it is nothing. You have slept now 5, 10. That makes 15 hours, and you will be hungry. This is my husband, Klaus Vandervoort, and I am Christina Vandervoort. What is your name, young man?
Look, I'll not be bothering you folks anymore. I'll just be getting home.
Well, the doctor said you must have good care for a day or two and eat.
You are hungry now, aren't you, Mr.
Ma'am, if you'd get me my clothes, I'd sure appreciate it.
Oh, one thing the doctor was very sure about, you must eat and get your strength back. You will eat this now and then sleep some more, yes? Come along, Papa. He's a fine young man, isn't he, Papa?
I wonder why he would not tell us his name. Something is troubling him.
Ah, you'd be troubled too, Papa, if you've been wandering for days with a lump on your head the size of a goose egg. Now, I have work to do, and you should have been in the fields an hour ago.
Yeah, Mama.
Wait, please, wait. You would not go without saying goodbye.
Ma'am, I just didn't want to be any more bother to you.
Bother? But you are no bother. What troubles you so? Oh, please, I would like to help.
Ma'am, I don't know who I am. No matter how hard I try, I can't remember anything. I don't know.
But the doctor said you would be well in a day or two.
Yeah, but Even so, it's pretty scary, not knowing who you are or what you are.
But you couldn't have been anything but good and kind and gentle.
Ma'am, I ain't got a name.
Name? Ah, what's a name? Something you have been given by others, something you can change. We will give you a name, yeah? Now, Wilhelm? Martin? Eric? Jan? Rumpelstiltskin.
That's a pretty unlikely name.
Yeah, most unlikely name, yeah. Hendrik. It is a name I'm most fond of. It is big like you and good.
Hendrik.
Yeah. Hendrik van der Voort, yeah. And now you must do as the doctor said, rest a bit longer and eat. Come along, come along. Hendrik. Hendrik is sleeping peacefully, Papa.
You have given him our son's name?
He must have a name.
But why Hendrik? Why the same name as our son?
Why not?
It is interfering, Christine. It may be a hurtful thing to interfere in the lives of others.
Wasn't our life interfered with when our son died?
Mama, he is not our son. He could be anybody. It could be a man with wife and children of his own.
The West took a son from us. Perhaps now it is returning one.
Mama, you must not think these things. It is wrong. You must forget about Hendrik.
Forget about Hendrik? You ask me to forget about my own son. Maybe that is why I never left. Why I stayed here so long. Because I knew he would come back. I knew that one day my son would come back to me. Good morning.
Oh. Good morning, Mrs. Van der Voort.
Yeah, I'm Mrs. Van der Voort. If you wish to see my husband, I'm taking his noon meal out to him in the field now.
No, that won't be necessary. My name is Cartwright.
Ah.
And I'm looking for a young man. As my son. Light complected, weighs about 280 pounds. A pretty big fella. I think you'd probably remember him if you'd seen him.
What is your son's name?
Well, his name is Eric, but his brothers and I call him Hoss.
Then you have other sons?
Well, two other sons, but I was rather worried about Hoss because he was...
His mother must be worried, too.
Well, his mother died when he was a baby. If you do see him, I'd like him to know that his father is looking for him.
I will tell my husband, and if we should see your son, we'll tell him.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, we had a visitor. That's why Mama's late for the nooning.
Ah, here comes Mama. A new neighbor, Mama?
No, Klaus, just a stranger.
Boy, that food sure does smell good. Been so hungry the last half hour, I didn't hardly have enough strength to pick up one of them little seeds.
What'd the stranger want, Mama?
He was just asking his way. His name was Cartwright.
Cartwright?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody by that name.
The blessing, Papa.
O Lord, for that which we are about to receive, make us truly thankful. Amen.
Amen.
When it rains, Hendrik, that is when they are good.
A little stiff, aren't you, Mr. Vandervoort?
Yeah, stiff. But never the wet feet when you wear the wooden shoes.
Yeah, it don't rain much out here.
Ah, Hendrik. But when the rains do come, our wooden shoes and our tulip beds bring us a bit of old Holland. Yeah, Papa?
Yeah, Holland. I miss it very much.
What Klaus really misses is our Holland in Michigan.
Holland and Michigan?
When we came to this country, we came with Dr. Van Raalte to form a new colony.
Already, there's 1,000 of our people in Michigan. We have a church and a school, and soon they are to have a college to be named Hope.
And the land is so fertile and rich. Not even in old Holland do they grow such beautiful tulips.
Let us go back, Papa.
But you have always said...
I know what I have said. When our son died, I didn't want to leave. Even in his grave, I felt he was close to me. But I know how Klaus is yearning for Michigan and for our friends there.
And now you will go?
Yeah, Papa. Now I will go, as soon as we sell the farm.
That could be tomorrow. For 2 years now, we've had an offer from Mr. Adamson.
Then we could go right away, Papa.
As soon as we pack the wagon.
You folks will excuse me. I think I'll go to bed.
No, Henry. This concerns you, too.
I don't understand, ma'am.
Now that you're here and have become like a son to us, I can bear to leave if you go with us.
Mama.
Come with us, Hendrik, please.
Ma'am, I couldn't do that.
But why not? Aren't you happy here with us?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, then, do come with us, please. We have a good life together in Michigan.
You and Mr. Vandervoort are about all I've... I'll go wherever you go. And gladly.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Isn't that wonderful? Tomorrow we can prepare to start.
I don't know, Christine. I don't believe it is right.
But you heard what he said. He wants to go with us.
But in Michigan, he will be so far from everything he knows.
He will be happy. We are all he has in this world now, Papa. Everything will be fine. It will be like a new life for all of us.
Come in.
Oh, Dr. Hickman?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Dr. Hickman, my name is Cartwright. Could I talk to you for a moment?
Well, of course, sit down.
I was I was told over at the livery stable that a couple of days ago you treated a young man for a head wound.
Yes, a rather large young man.
Yes, that's my son. Was it serious?
Well, he'd received a rather severe blow in the back of the head, but that should have cleared up nicely by now. At least I wasn't called back for any further treatment.
Well, that's a relief. Where could I find him?
He was with a family of Hollanders. They'd found him wandering. Name of Vandervoort.
Vandervoort? That's funny. I was by there just yesterday, and the lady there said that she hadn't seen any young man. I wonder why she wouldn't tell me he was there.
Well, I don't understand. The Vandervoorts are nice people. Certainly not the kind you'd think would hide the fact if there were any complications.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Klaus. What's going on here? Looks like you're getting ready to move.
Yeah, Mama finally agreed we go to Michigan. We're leaving as soon as we pack.
Well, the doctor here told me that you had a young man staying here with you. Said he treated him for a head wound.
This is Mr. Cartwright, Klaus. His son is missing, and he thinks from my description that his son might be the young man I treated here.
I dropped by here yesterday. Your wife didn't even mention that such a young man had been here.
Horse!
Well, young man, I'm certainly glad to see you.
Why, I'm happy to see you, sir.
You're happy to see... Is that all you have to say?
Hendrik?
Excuse me, sir.
Mr. Cartwright. Mr. Cartwright, your son does not know you.
What do you mean he doesn't know me? I'm his father.
When he regained consciousness, it was after you left, Doctor. He could not remember who he was or anything about himself.
And he hasn't remembered anything since?
No, Doctor. He becomes very upset, almost ill when he tries to remember, and he can't.
Well, I'll see to it that he remembers right now.
Mr. Cartwright, just a moment, please. Your son's injury was perhaps a great deal more serious than I thought.
Looks perfectly healthy.
Well, that's not what I mean. If Klaus is right, then it's possible that your son is suffering from a condition known as amnesia, loss of memory.
Well, I've heard of amnesia, but surely the cure's very simple. I'll just tell him who he is.
It may not be that simple, Mr. Cartwright. Your cure could be dangerous.
Thank you. The thing was getting pretty heavy. Mr. Vandervoort, you want me to check the bar and see if we forgot anything?
Yeah, if you would, please.
Mrs. Vandervoort, why did you lie to me? What's going on here? Where are you taking my son?
To Michigan. To be with our people. There it will not matter if he can remember or not. They will become his people.
You would take him, knowing that I'm looking for him?
Yeah, but we did not force him. He wants to come with us. He wants to. And he will be happy in Michigan, in his new home.
You wanted to take him away before I even discovered he was here?
Yeah.
What gave you the right to do such a thing?
Because each time someone reminds him that he knows nothing of his past or who he is, he becomes fearful, full of pain and suffering. And I cannot bear to see that.
Christina, is he the man who called on us that day when Hendrik and I were working in the fields?
So he is the reason you so suddenly decide we must go to Michigan. Christina, I have told you we ought not interfere in the lives of others.
He must come home with me. Mr. Vandervoort, you can see that, can't you? He must be given every chance to remember.
Mr. Cartwright, there's something you should know.
What, Doctor?
In struggling for him, it's possible that he could be lost, even to himself. He should be given an opportunity to remember, but he must never be pressed to remember. Like all amnesiacs, he's terribly concerned that all this is due to some fault of his own, particularly since he's faced with people and places that he should recall instantly. He's not mentally ill now. It's just that we don't know yet what tensions can do to the human brain.
Doctor, if he were to come home, just so that his brothers could see him once more, and if no pressure was put on him, what harm could there be?
Oh, we could never be sure.
No, it would not do any good. It would only upset and hurt him.
We will stop on the way, Christina.
No, Klaus, no.
Mrs. Vandervoort, he's my son. If you had a son, you'd know how I feel.
We had a son. We know what it is to lose a son. Cruelly and suddenly, we know.
Mrs. Vandervoort, I promise you that we will do nothing, say nothing that might upset him or hurt him.
Yeah. We will stop by your ranch.
The house and those people will be here in a little while. Remember what I said. You won't like what you see. He's going to look right at you without a spark of recognition.
Well, what I can't understand is that woman thinking she can just cart him off with her.
Well, she has no right to do that. Why do you even listen to her?
Legalities and rights have nothing to do with it. I haven't been able to tell you everything the doctor said, but please do as I ask you. I know what I'm doing. When he gets here, treat him as a stranger. Take care of my horse. Well, I'm glad you found the place. These are my two sons, Adam, little Joe, Mr. and Mrs. Vandervoort. And this is Hendrik.
Happy to meet you, fellas. It's mighty nice of you to invite us to spend the night.
Oh, we're happy to have you here. You have a long trip ahead of you. We'll have supper shortly. Perhaps you'd like to freshen up. Adam, would you show Mr. and Mrs. Vandervoort to the guest room?
Thank you. Thank you.
Joseph, will you take care of the team?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me show you to your room.
Yes, sir.
Oh. This is the room you'll be in.
Beautiful old ship.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a mighty big bed.
Yes, yes, it is a big bed. We had it made in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah?
For a big man.
Never saw one that big before. Nice room.
I thought you might like to clean up a bit before supper.
Yeah, I would. Thank you. Pretty lady.
Yes, she's very pretty. Well, I'll see you downstairs.
Yes, sir.
It's just gonna take more time, Pa. It's just gonna take more time for us to help him remember. Pa, he's our brother.
He doesn't know that, Joe. According to the doctor, to face it with that knowledge, to force it on him, could be dangerous. Could set him back even further.
Well, we have to do something. We can't just let him ride off with the Vandervoorts.
We'll do nothing. Just let him look at familiar things, familiar faces, and hope that something sparks his memory.
And what if it doesn't work? You mean we can't once call him brother before he rides out?
I said no.
It's gonna be hard to resist.
But, Pa, what do you think we're made of?
I know what you're made of. And that is why you will not call him brother. And I will not call him son. Would you like another helping of cake?
No, thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Sure set a fine table. One of our team managed to get a cut on a fetlock foreleg. I have a notion I ought to go out there and take care of it so we can get an early start in the morning.
You'll find a lantern on the front porch.
Thank you, sir. Excuse me.
Maybe we should give him some help. We'll be careful.
Hi, fella.
His name is Chubby.
Oh, yeah? He's a handsome fella, ain't he? You fellas have any liniment I could use?
I'll get you some.
Papa, we have far to go tomorrow. We should go to bed.
Before you do, I must have a word with you.
Mr. Cartwright, we have done what you asked us to. We stopped by your place.
Now, the doctor said it would take 1 day or 10 days.
Or a lifetime, didn't the doctor say that too?
Yes, that's what he said.
We have far to go and much work to do before the snow falls. Please let your son go with us tomorrow, as you agreed, please.
I must have more time. He is my son.
But you still have 2 sons left.
If I had a dozen sons, he would be as important to me.
So important that you forget the other thing the doctor said, that it might be dangerous to press him?
Christina, you're being cruel, and I will not permit it.
Cruel?
Have you forgotten the pain you felt when our own Hendrik was taken from us?
How could I forget? But that is why I could help your son. He needs the love of a mother now. I can give him that.
Mrs. Vandervoort, I had to raise my boy alone, without the help or love of a mother. But I raised him, and I love him, and I would give him up if deep in my heart I felt I would hurt him by telling him the truth.
Mr. Cartwright, if you want to tell your son the truth, if you are willing to take the chance, I will call him.
Well, looks like they need me in there.
We'll finish that for you.
Thanks. Yes, sir?
This will take only a moment. Mr. Cartwright has something to say to you.
Yes, sir?
Won't you sit down? Mr. and Mrs. Vandervoort, they tell me that an accident affected your memory. That you can't remember who you are, anything from the past.
That's right.
I know how difficult it must be for you to think about it, but if there was someone who could tell you who you are or where you come from, would you want to know that?
I don't know.
Why does the question make you so nervous?
I don't know. I can't remember anything. I'd rather not talk about it.
Don't you understand that? I was only trying. I'm sorry.
I think I best be getting back to the barn.
My sons will do your chores for you. Why don't you go up to bed? You have a long journey ahead of you.
Good night, folks.
Good night, Hendrik.
Mr. Cartwright, should your son recall who he is, we will help in every way we can for his return.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Mr. Cartwright, we are ready and Hendrik isn't down yet.
I'll get him.
Thank you.
Boss? Come in.
Morning.
Oh, good morning. You call Hoss?
Oh, yes. It's an old mountain expression. Means friend.
Oh, thank you.
The Vandervoorts are ready. They're waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm running a little late. That blame bed was so comfortable, I reckon I overslept a little bit. Well, oh.
I'm sorry.
Pick that up. You pick that up.
What?
You're gonna pick that up. You pick it up! Boy. What's it? I was about to hit you.
Oh, son. It's all right, son.
But, Paul, I was about to...
It's all right, son.
Paul, I ain't never lifted my hand.
It was nothing. I'm sorry I busted your mom's picture.
Paul,
We'll get that fixed up.
but why, Paul?
Son, please. Look. Get yourself ready for breakfast. Come on now.
Is he ready? Mr. Cartwright, he is all right.
He's fine.
Hendrik!
Hey, Paul! Whose wagon's this out in front? It ain't one of ours.
Come down, son. We have company.
Morning.
I want you to meet Mrs. Vandervoort. Mrs. Vandervoort, this is my third son.
How are you, ma'am?
Morning. Your name is?
Well, most folks just call me Hoss, ma'am.
Hoss.
Mama.
Yeah, Papa. We must leave.
You folks figuring on settling around nearby?
No, we're just strangers who passed by to ask our way. Your father was kind enough to offer us breakfast and water our horses.
You got far to go?
Ja, Hoss. Far. To Holland.
To Holland?
Holland in Michigan.
Yeah, that is where our people settled. We are going back there now. We are needed there. We have been away long enough. Come, Papa. Thank you for your hospitality, Mr. Cartwright.
Godspeed.
You fellers, I'm hungry. Let's go eat.